100,000 bits.
Well,
that would be great.
That would be lovely. That would be lovely.
$1,000.
Yeah.
I bet you don't have that many bits to cheer with.
No, I don't.
Bet most people don't have that many bits to cheer with.
I have been on streams where people have gotten those kind of cheer numbers from people, though.
From single? Well,
Probably not at one time. Yeah, probably over a time period, but
probably like 1,000.
yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, and then so.
Good morning, doggy.
Kind of horrifying to me.
What?
Is that our new thing?
You're confusing me. What?
Like saying, "Good morning," insert name here.
No, we just started doing that today.
Oh, well, is that our new thing?
It could be. But we're just copying someone else.
It's Friday, so we're just being extra goofy today because that's what we do on Friday. Good morning, Friday.
What is that?
So Paul is learning Discord and trying to like get.
No,
like,
I knew it was Discord. I was wondering.
Discord's like Discord evidently is kind of like Reddit. It's like a forum basically.
I just use it to talk to people.
I know, but it's like a forum basically.
I use it to talk to people. I've never used it as a forum.
But that's the way it's designed. Like as far as it's laid out.
Yeah, I've never used it like that.
You have to use it. That's the only way to use it like that.
It's. I just talk to people, like voice chat and voice group call things.
Oh, okay.
I don't make new. I mean, I know there are tabs. I have Discord. I'm in a bunch of groups. I don't use them though.
I haven't really dived into it yet.
No, I'm.
But Paul's gonna teach me.
It's very.
He's gonna become expert on it. Like
it's really not very easy though, because there are so many pieces. If you get into some of these bigger groups, there are so many little pieces too.
I'm in a magic one that has like 40,000 people.
Oh, by the way,
you do everything better than anybody else. But can you let somebody fucking talk for once?
Just a couple.
Fuck you, Friday.
Yeah.
There's a lot of some of these groups have a lot of different categories and a lot of different pieces, and you have to get to a certain level to be engaged in some of these. It's like opening pathways. So in order to do that, you have to get to certain levels. That's the part that gets confusing, because if you're in multiple groups, they all have their own rules. So it's really not that easy. If you're in just one group, sure, it might be.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
Jeez, Shawn, you sure are cheer happy today.
16. That's a weird number.
You're awfully.
He's just very cheery.
What the funk is going on?
Cheer it up.
What
cheer
is this?
It up.
What did you pick? Is this a girl waving?
Yeah. It's like, hey guys. Hey guys.
This is pissing me off, man.
I'm sorry them cheering so much.
No, not you. I'm trying to copy and paste our. Trying to reach out to more social media.
$2, or was that?
Because I really want to try to get us up to 20 viewers before we.
You've almost
log off
$2.
today.
Oh, you have cheered $2. $2.06. Yeah. Wow. I've cheered 4 cents.
Yeah, your totals are $2.06, Shawn. I see that. So you were talking about like traveling and stuff. Traveling and stuff.
Stuff and things.
That's a great segue into the next segment that was somewhat relative to North Korea because it's a neighbor. This report came out January 3rd, yesterday at 2:05 p.m. And this website's going slow.
Came out yesterday at what time? I guess we're waiting.
2:05 p.m.
2:05 p.m. Cool.
Yes. So I'm closing other windows because for some reason BusinessInsider.com is really slow this morning. Hey, Jeff in the Box, what's happening?
That sounds like a Jack in the Box, but it sounds wrong.
Yeah, it's Jeff in the Box, man.
Jeff in the Box.
Thanks for tuning in.
Jeff, whose box are you in?
I want to know if Jeff comes out the box.
So the headline is the U.S. government is warning Americans that if they visit China, they may not be able to return home.
Well, I mean, what are you going to do? Just get stuck in, like, the airport?
Live in China?
The U.S. State Department has issued a travel advisory urging Americans to exercise increased caution when traveling to the People's Republic of China. The State Department's elevated travel advisory is out of concern that China may arbitrarily enforce local laws and detain U.S. citizens without cause. The advisory also indicates that U.S. Chinese citizens or American of Chinese heritage are especially vulnerable to additional scrutiny and harassment. Chinese authorities have asserted broad authority to prohibit U.S. citizens from leaving China by using exit bans, sometimes keeping U.S. citizens in China for years, the State Department said in its advisory.
That's why you sneak over the China wall.
No, I am very Chinese.
So racist.
Such a dipshit.
So that's why you sneak over the Great China Wall.
Jeff said I used to work at J-Box, so I'd fuck with people saying, welcome to Jeff in the Box. My name is Jack. According to the advisory, China tends to use these exit bans in a coercive manner to compel U.S. citizens to participate in Chinese government investigations, to lure individuals back to China from abroad, and to aid Chinese authorities in resolving civil disputes in favor of Chinese parties. In addition, the State Department said Americans find out about these exit bans only when they try to leave China, and they aren't notified how long the bans will last. The advisory also said that Americans affected by the exit bans have been harassed and threatened by authorities. U.S. citizens may be detained without access to U.S. consular services or information about their alleged crime, the State Department said. U.S. citizens may be subjected to prolonged interrogations and extended detention for reasons related to state security.
So I should talk like a Brit and no one entertain me.
Possibly.
Just talking from Australia.
Security personnel may detain and or deport U.S. citizens for sending private electronic messages critical to the Chinese government, the agency added. The new China travel advisory is a level 2 advisory, which urges increased caution. A level 1 advisory suggests travelers exercise normal precautions, while a level 3 advisory urges Americans to reconsider travel. A level 4 advisory recommends that Americans avoid traveling to a particular country. Other countries or regions with a level 2 advisory include Algeria, Antarctica, Belgium, France, Germany, Denmark, Myanmar, and the United Kingdom. So, now, call me a conspiracy theorist if you want, but usually when this happens, it's a country saying we want all of our residents to come home, and usually if that's going to happen, it kind of is an indication that there may be a whole lot of tension that may lead to some sort of war case. But I might just be a theorist.
Of conspiracy?
Remember, it was about a year ago when all of the Russian nationalists and Russian government was urging all of the Russian citizens that were studying abroad in the United States to get on a plane and fly home. It was speculated by the State Department that they thought that there might be reason for Russia and America to go to war. So,
well,
this is kind of a predetermining factor. May not be, but why else would China be trying to hold on to American citizens?
To eat
and
them
isn't Russia holding on to one
I mean,
right
Chinese
now?
people eat cats, so I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't eat humans.
Well, as we've discussed on this show a few days ago, American people eat all kinds of things too.
But we don't know what we eat.
We eat roadkill.
We eat roadkill. It's legal in Oregon
and
now.
Raw McDonald's.
Raw McDonald's, that's true.
We also eat
Which is
squirrels.
only half
This tastes funny. It's good though.
half meat, half
It's
grease.
slightly cold.
A little bit of earthworm and mealworm mixed in.
Delicious.
Yum.
Yeah.
Mom said Russia needs to grab one to trade for Maria Butina. See, and I wonder that. Nobody said it. But Russia did. They're holding somebody prisoner right now.
Surprise.
And they're calling him a spy. American held in Moscow for spying, supposedly, is also British and Irish. The American former Marine who is being held in Moscow on spying charges also holds British and Irish ties. This was released January 4th, 2019, updated 29 minutes ago. Moscow. The American former Marine who's being held in Moscow on spying charges also holds British and Irish citizenship, officials said Friday, and Britain's foreign secretary charged that Russia is trying to use him as a pawn in its geopolitical games. Both those countries have asked that their diplomats be allowed to visit Paul Whelan, The news that Whelan holds citizenship in at least 3 countries adds complexity to an already murky case. Whelan, the 48-year-old global security director for a U.S. auto parts company, was arrested a week ago in Moscow. At that time, he was identified only as an American. Russian authorities have released no information about the charges against Whelan, who could face up to 20 years in prison if convicted of spying. Russian media reported Thursday that Whelan had been formally indicted for spying, and the Interfax news agency said he denied the allegation. So yeah, I think he's just a pawn. They're holding on to him, and they're going to say, well, we'll give him back if you give us back Maria Butina, which is being held on the big Russiagate scandal.
Yep, that's about right.
That's
I would
all
be
right.
like, well, no, Trump wouldn't be this smart. Give over our guy first, then we'll send over yours.
I just saw an article. Let's see what this is. Comcast.